Welcome to the news update coming to you from the Lagos studio. I am Faith Agbetuya. Former military president Ibrahim Babangida has expressed confidence that Nigeria will soon overcome its security challenges. Babangida, who spoke with newsmen on Tuesday in Minna, expressed optimism that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration will tackle and end the skirmishes in some parts of the country. He called on Nigerians to support the president to succeed, as he needs everyone's cooperation to trudge on to success. Babangida also stressed the need for Nigerians to remain peaceful and pray for peace to reign in the country, noting that no meaningful development could take place in a chaotic environment. The Southeast branch of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria has denied the alleged plan by members of the group to attack the 5 Southeast states over their governor's alleged refusal to allocate grazing land for herdsmen in the area. In the said report, which was trending in the social media, Miyetti Allah was quoted as warning that since the Southeast governors has refused to give them land for grazing, such land would be taken by force by the herdsmen. Chairman of the Miyetti Allah in the zone, Gidado Sidiki, also addressed reporters in Oka, said there was no iota of truth in the report, adding that the governors on the zone should rather be commended for creating an enabling environment for peaceful coexistence in the zone. Sidiki thanked governors of the Southeast states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo for their sense of accommodation and pledged continued efforts towards maintaining peace and harmonious existence in the state. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has called on Nigerians from all walks of life to collaborate in the renewed fight against corruption and insecurity. Obasanjo gave the charge in response to concerns raised by some members of the Fourth Estate during a courtesy visit by the pen-pushing online media, urging the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, to engage in pillow talk with President Muhammadu Buhari on various challenges affecting the country. Obasanjo conversed for more advocacy and sensitization to achieve the desired change in the country.
What is important is that we should raise awareness. When we raise awareness and we are not deceiving ourselves, we will put all the issues on the table. I believe that any human problem can be solved by human beings if they are genuine and honest with themselves.
Obasanjo decried activities of herdsmen in some parts of the country, which he said threatened national peace and security. The chairman, editorial board of the visiting pen-pushing online media, Olufunke Faduba, earlier advocated a new approach to the fight against corruption, which would be all-encompassing.
If, as the president, he was able to establish the EFCC and the ICPC, since he left, how far have they been able to fight this war against corruption? One would have expected that there would have been changes in the dynamics of the fight against corruption. For instance, maybe in terms of capacity, maybe in terms of focus, maybe in terms of...
The former head of state said it was wrong for the livelihood of some to become a threat to the efforts of others to legitimate means of livelihood. A police sergeant identified as Collins Akugo reportedly shot to death a resident of Okulaga Ofara Uku in Umaya, the Abia state capital. A woman leader from the community, Ngozi Ogbonna, who led a protest on Tuesday, told journalists that the 21-year-old Chukwubike Onoha was shot in front of his father's compound on Monday night. Ogbonna said Onoha was in company of other youths in the community when the policeman drove towards them in a Toyota Hilux van. According to her, the victim asked the policeman to dim his vehicle light when they drove towards them on the street, which led to an argument before the cop shot the deceased. They were reportedly dispersed by policemen with tear gas before blocking a section of the Umaya Bende road. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has felicitated with Muslims on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr celebration. The governor, in a statement signed by his Deputy Chief Press Secretary Gwega Akoshile, called on Muslims faithful to imbibe the virtues of tolerance and peaceful coexistence, which is part of the lessons of the season. He urged all Muslims to deeply reflect on all lessons taught by the blessed month by promoting values that will uplift them spiritually and also improve the condition of humanity in general. He enjoined Muslims to pray for peace and progress in Lagos and Nigeria as his administration commences implementation of its plans to achieve Greater Lagos. At the Eid prayer in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, Chief Imam of Ilorin, Mohammed Bashir, urged Muslims to maintain the good conduct exhibited during the fasting period, to live together in harmony with their neighbors, no matter the religious differences. He said that they should attach importance to being generous and caring for the needy, while also advising the new government and the state to implement programs that will have positive impact on the people. Efforts to interview the governor proved abortive due to the rowdy nature of the people. And the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, has called on all Lagos residents to be godly in all their dealings in the interest of peace and harmony. Dr. Hamzat made the call shortly after participating in the Eid prayers earlier in the day. He noted that the lessons of the holy month were intended to be a lifestyle that should endure after the holy month.
But, we are still alive, and we are able to see the end of Ramadan, and we are all gathered here to celebrate. The essence, basically, is for us to be godly in what we do. Think about other Lagosians. So when you're on the road, think about other road users. When you are in your house, think about others that don't even have a house.
Admonishing the people during the prayer, the Chief Imam of the state, Sulaiman Abunela, called on all Muslim faithful to desist from all acts of criminality and extremism, as they were all prohibited by Islam.
These are all prohibited by Islam. Whether Islam invites everyone to establish peace, justice, righteousness, and security in the land. This is for you so that you can become successful. The message of Allah said, all mankind, spare peace, feed people, observe prayers at night when people are asleep. We know this will grant you into paradise.
Muslim cleric urged all those perpetrating evil in the guise of religious extremism to desist from such acts and embrace peace in the state. That's the size of our bulletin on the news updates. Join us at 9 for more stories. I am Faith Agbetuya. Good evening.